Hello, and welcome to the Daily Gas for May 25th, 2025, called IVIX by Philip Newman. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Column indexer. The cells marked in red are column indexers. If a digit D in a red cell is in column C in its row, then digit C is in column D in the same row. XV pairs. Digits in cells separated by a V must sum to 5. Digits in cells separated by an X must sum to 10. So what does that mean? Well, columns 1, 5, and 9 here are column indexers. It's our set of red cells. And how it works is the rules might be phrased in maybe a slightly confusing way, but trust me, it's very simple once you see it. If we look across just row 2, for example, and let's say the 1 was here, then what that would tell us is that 4 is here because 4 tells us that the 1, right, because this is column 1, is in the 4th position. If we, for example, put the 5 here, then this red cell would say that 5 is in the 6th position, so 6 would go here, and let's throw 9 here. We know that it couldn't because of our V, but let's just say it was there, then this would be a 3, indicating that 9 is in the 3rd position. So you see column 9 tells us the 9 position, 5 the 5th, the position of the 5, and 1 the position of the 1. Then we have our XV pairs. So V is the Roman numeral for 5. These are our pairs 1, 4, and 2, 3. And X is the Roman numeral for 10. So those are our pairs 1, 9, 2, 8, 3, 7, and 4, 6, where 5 never goes on a V or an X, because on an X it would require another 5, and on a V it would require a 0. And hence also why Philip Newman called this puzzle IVIX, because those just so happen to be the Roman numerals for 1, 5, and 9. And that's it. Those are the rules. Let's jump right into it. All right, so, sorry, I had a little bit of had a pop up there on the laptop. It always likes to pause the time on me. Anyways, so what do I notice right off the bat? I notice that pretty much all of this row, if I can select it, has X's and V's in it. So what that means is 5 either goes here or 5 goes here. And I think actually the problem with 5 going here is that it would need 1 to be in the 5th position and then, right, the 5 to be in the 1st position. And we can actually put 1 here because the V here limits where the 1 goes, right? It has to go 2 V's means that this is the set 1, 4, 2, 3 in some order. So in this case, 5 will simply index to itself. Kind of symmetrically, we have something similar. 5 obviously can't go here just by Sudoku, so 5 goes in the 9th position, which means that in this case, 9 goes in the 5th position. Oh, and now, because of that, 1 has to be the odd man out on the XV sets. So, because it can't pair with 9 anymore, which means this is 4, this is 6. 1 is in the 8th position, so this is 8, 2, and everything else just fills out really easily. Then 3 actually says this is 1, 4, which means this is 2. That's the only option. 2, 3, 2, 8. Interesting. 1, 4, and 6, 9. So 1 is either in, oh, sorry, 7, just like here 9 was the odd man out. 7 in this case is the odd man out. So 7 must go here. And 7 tells us that 1 is here in the 7th position. So this is 4, this is 6, and 9 just by default will end up in the 6th position. It's quite clean, actually. 1, 4 with the 2 tells us that this is 3, 2. That says 1 is in the 3rd position. There we go with the 4. And 1 is in the 2nd position. That means this is also 2, 3. So we'll place 2, 3 with 5 in the 2nd position and 5 in the 3rd position. What else? This will be 4, 6. It has to be 4, 6 in that order here, and that's just because it cannot be 1, 9, 2, 8, 3, 7, so it must be 4, 6, and the 6 sets it. So 5 is in the 4th position, and 5 is in the 6th position. 1, 4, it's either 2, 8, or 3, 6. Either way, it doesn't get indexed to, so it's actually not that helpful, is it? I guess one thing that we didn't discuss when we did the previous column indexer, which I don't really know is going to be that helpful, but actually, you know what? In this case, it kind of is. So we could have figured this out just kind of by trial and error, but there's a really nice way to think about the column or even row indexers that span sets in a box like this. A little bit of a tangent here, but this actually acts as a bit of an entropic line. So these 3 cells will contain one low, one middle, and one high digit. Same as with these 3, and the same goes for all of these sets. What do I mean by that? Well, the digits 1, 2, and 3 are low digits. 4, 5, and 6 are middle or medium digits, and 7, 8, 9 are high digits. Let's look at this for example. If, right, we have a 2 here. If we tried to place, let's say, a 3 here, ignoring the 3 there, if we tried to place a 3 here, what would happen is 1 would get placed within the same box. So if you think about the 1, 2, and 3 as their positions in the row, 1, 2, and 3 points to the first 3 cells, 4, 5, and 6 points to the next 3, and 7, 8, 9 points to the next 3. So in this case, we already have a low, which covers these 3 cells, a high, which covers these 3, which means we'll need a 4, 5, or 6 to cover these 3 cells, the 1, wherever it may happen to be. So in this case, with the 4, 5, we know that this is just by default 6 to place the 1 here, and this will be 9. 3, 6 means we need a 7, 8, or 9 for the 1. We know that 1 cannot go in the 7th or 8th position, which means 1 must go in the 9th position, 9 here. This does become 2, 3, which means we know how that's placed. Wait, sorry, I said not. Sorry, this is placing our 5, 9, 5. Oh, that's my problem. 1 second, sorry, folks. I need to place the 5, and 5 goes in the 8th position. I'm struggling a little bit to remember what I'm indexing to. This is going to be 5 here because it can't be on the V, and it can't be in the final column. There we go. That makes a little bit more sense. This still does have to be 2, 3 because of the 1, so let's do that. 2, 3. 9, 4, 6. 9, 1. Right, because where does 1 go now? Because we still need to consider that here. We need a middle, and we need a high. Well, the high definitely has to be 9, doesn't it? So it'll certainly be 9, 1. And the middle, or the medium digit, has to be 4. Ah. No, I actually don't. I don't know. But this is a 4-9 pair. Why that helps us is because it leaves us with 1, 5. Okay, actually that 1 indexes to itself, and 5 here tells us 5 is in the first position. There we go. Yeah, because now we have the X-wing here. So 5 is just by Sudoku 5. This is 6. Or not 6, 7. This was also our entropy play here that we could have looked at. Low. Ah, this cannot be 1, 2, or 3. Oh, well, 9 is in the second position. And then here it's going to be 7, 8, or 9. It's possible it could index to itself. We haven't figured that one out yet. What are we missing, though? 4, 6, and 8. Is there a way to be smart about that? Not really. Oh, wait, actually, 4, 6, this is 8. So we do have a way to resolve that. 6, 4, across we need 3. 3 leaves us with 3. And then we have the x-wing on 3's here. It could still be 3, 7. We would place 9 here. So what are we missing? We need 4, 6, 7, 9. And this is just simply 4 by Sudoku. So 6, 7, 9. Doesn't restrict our 3. Not nicely anyways. 7, 8, 9, completely unrestricted. So what are we missing? This has to be 2, 8. 2, 8, we already knew that this was 3. 3 and then 7, 9. So I have 3, 7 or 3, 9. 2. This is simply 2. And we know that this is 2, 8. There we go. We know this is 2, 8. That gives us 2 here. And that's all of our 2's. The 8 gives us 8 and 3. And the 3 gives us 3 here with 7 here. And that'll set our 1's as well. Because we cannot have one in the 9th position in row 6. So this is the 1, this is the 9. 1 ends up here, this is the 4. We still need 8 and 9, which is pretty easily resolvable, and also the 7 gave that to us. 9 gives us 9 in the 4th position. 4, 1, 7, 3, 5. We still need the 8, 9. And that does it for us. 9, 8, 8, 9, 7. And theoretically, this should be a breeze from here, as long as we didn't break anything. 4, 6. This is 7. Here we're still missing 7. Here it was the 7, 9, and the 6. 6, 9, 7. And to finish this off, we need 7 and 6, and we are done in 10 minutes and 32 seconds with IVIX by Philip Newman. So, hopefully you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.